Hello Toy Collector fans, Universal Toy Collector here and welcome to the channel. Today's video is going to be the TVC Haslab Cantina Part 2. Okie dokie then, so this video I will be picking up from where I left off in the last video, and that is putting this part of the cantina together and putting it in the display. Now on Friday I didn't have anywhere to put this part of the cantina, so I thought about it over the weekend. I have actually now found somewhere, which I'll show you in a minute. It will mean sacrificing certain parts of the collection, but that's okay. That's part and parcel of being a collector. You put stuff away and then get other stuff out on display. Once I've done that and got everything set up as to how I want it to look or how I think it looks best, I will then be opening up some figures to populate the certain parts of the cantina. But we'll get to the figures in a second. So what I'm going to do now is just quickly show you where I'm planning on putting this part of the cantina. So 2 seconds. Righty-ho then. So this is where the main bar of the cantina is currently displayed, along with 2 booths. So this was in the last video. Now, if you remember rightly, I had a mini meltdown because it didn't fit in how I wanted it to fit in. So I kind of panicked and thought, oh dear. Well, I didn't think, oh dear. I thought a lot worse than that. But yeah, to be honest with you, I'm happy with how that's looking. So there is the main bar and the 2 booths. So underneath, we've got the M1 Starfighter and a few of the figures from the Mandalorian. These are going to be moved down a shelf, and the entrance to the cantina is going to be displayed in this section here. And then down here, we have the Imperial Troop Transporter, Moff Gideon, and a couple of figures. They're going to get moved to create space for the M1 Starfighter. And the part of the collection that's going to get sacrificed is the Navarro Cantina playset. So that's going to get put back in the box and put into storage to create space for the second part of the cantina. So what I'm going to do then is off screen, I'm going to be doing that. I'll then show you how it looks without the cantina, but what I've done with the rest of the display, and then we'll get back to the cantina, the entrance to the cantina, and put that together. So 2 seconds. Okay then, so this is how I currently have my display. Now originally I did want the Imperial Troop Transporter in the middle there, but that was way too crowded, and I don't like my shelves overcrowded, so I opted not to do that for the time being. So I've moved up Moff Gideon, the Death Trooper, the Stormtrooper with the E-Web cannon, and the Imperial Flame Trooper there. Kind of condensed these guys, moved them a little bit closer together. So there's that. That's not looking too bad. I don't mind that. I was kind of thinking, do I move that Slave 1? Because that is from The Empire Strikes Back, and I've got an Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett in there. So I was going to try and move that on the bottom shelf, but I don't think that would fit. So, or will it? I don't know. Okay, I'll come back to you. Yeah, that was an easy no, so that's going to stay there for the time being. So there you are. Okay, so moving down, like I say, we've got the cantina there. We've now got this nice big empty space. I'm hoping the entrance will fit in this display area here. If not, I'm going to be well and truly buggered. I'm sure we'll be okay. And then moving down, these guys are all here, along with the Imperial Troop Transporter, the M1 Starfighter, and some more figures from the Mandalorian Season 2. So yeah, pretty cool so far. And then obviously you got the Book of Boba Fett there. I mean, there was no way I was going to get that Slave 1 down there. I don't even know why I contemplated thinking about it, to be honest with you, but there you are. Right, so what I'm going to do now then is jump back over to the entrance to the cantina and get that set up. So come along with me. Okay then, so I've moved some of the smaller parts out the way, the tables and the chairs. I'll get all that lot sorted out in a minute. So what I'm going to do is get this bit sorted out. Let's just pop that down there for the time being. So how difficult is this going to be? It shouldn't be difficult at all. So you've got 2 little clips here, which fits in to the base of the arch. So there you go. That's fairly straightforward, looking pretty cool. And I'm guessing this bit here just fits in like that. Okay. Right, okay, that doesn't look too bad. Not keen on this. It would have been nice if they could have covered that bit up, but there you go, they didn't. And then spin it round, and that's what this is going to look like from the outside. And, oh dear. So, someone messaged, well, they didn't message, they left a comment in the video on Friday saying it looks very plasticky. It does. It does look really, really, just a wash. I mean, there's a lot of detail on that exterior wall there, so why not just give it a wash? They didn't, and to be honest with you, I can't be asked teabagging it, so I'm just going to leave it as it is for the time being. Maybe later on in life I'll get around to doing it. But what I'm going to do now is try and attempt to get this onto here. It should be relatively straightforward, but you know what I'm like when it comes to putting stuff together. And again, already sort of struggling. That should just line up like so, shouldn't it, really? To be honest, what's going on here? I want to look at it from this way round, you absolute donut. Right, okay. What in God's name is going on? How does that fit on? It's got to be like that. Oh, okay, hang on a minute. Oh, this is, what a nightmare this is. What? Who can believe that I actually bloody build cars for a living? I can't even get two bits of plastic stuck together. Ridiculous. What? I'm assuming that goes there. 2 seconds. I'm going to look at the bloody instructions. Unbelievable. Yeah, so I've got the instructions and it says that clips into here. Does it my arse? Right, let's try it again. Is that at an angle? It is at an angle. Oh, okay. So that's got to be a proper angle, is it? Oh, I'm going to swear in a minute. Bloody hell. It's not difficult, is it? But I'm making it look so hard. Why is that not going in? Oh, yeah. Okay. There you go. Done it. See, but it's not even in properly, is it? What's going on? Unbelievable. There you go. I've done it. That'll do. That'll do. That's okay. That'll have to do. All right. So there's that. Oh, where's the stairs? There's the stairs. There we go. And that's what that looks like. So, yeah. Okay. Pretty cool. Right. What I'm going to do then is move this now onto the area that I've created to display it. So, again, 2 seconds. Righty ho then. So I finally got it displayed, and I'm not 100% sure whether I like it or not. Now, I like the cantina, obviously. I just don't know if I like how I've got it displayed. I've had to separate the two. So as you can see, I've got this part of the cantina, or the entrance or exit of the cantina, facing this way, with the 3 chairs. Not really much else I could do with that. If I had it joined together, it would have been facing the back wall there, so you wouldn't have been able to see anything at all. So there's the exterior wall. It just doesn't look very exciting, does it? I've got to say, I don't know how I feel. Bit of an anticlimax, really. So I was thinking maybe the door to the cantina there, as you can see, the open door. I've got the cardboard one for the Navarro playset somewhere, so I was thinking I might use that just to put that there. We'll see if that works. But I've not really got any figures to put with this at this moment in time. I do have what's her name? The one the character that bought the speeder off of Luke. I have her, but she's carded, so I'm not too sure whether I want that opened or not. I do have a Mos Eisley Streets of Mos Eisley playset coming. So I was going to put that with this as well, but I just don't know. It does look very bland at this moment in time. Yeah. Again, not really much I can do with this. I mean, who am I going to put in there? Luke on the stairs, maybe, with R2 and 3PO. That's about it. But that means I need to get another R2 and another 3PO as well. Marvellous. Yeah, but other than that, I really don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'll see what it looks like when the streets of Mos Eisley turn up, and I'll see what I can do with it then. But it's going to stay like this for the time being. But the main parts that I want to get populated are this area here and the area in the front room. So let's have a look at the figures and let's see what I can do with those. Okay then, so these are the figures that I'm going to be opening up and displaying with the Cantina. It's not the biggest selection in the world, but I'm okay with that. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I don't have each and every single alien to populate the Cantina. This is going to be more of an ongoing project for me where I go to toy fairs or places like Echo and just pick up figures willy-nilly as and when. So I'm in absolutely no rush to get the figures to populate the Cantina. What I do have, though, it's a start. It's a good start. So we have Bomb Vimdin, which, by the way, I've just noticed that card is unpunched, so I'm not going to be opening him up. I do have another one. Dr. Evazan, Momo Nodon, Luke, Zutton, Ponda Barber, and, of course, Figurine and the modal nodes. Now, like I said, I do have a couple of aliens. Also, I think, is it Weosley, or whatever her name is, the one who bought Luke's land speeder? She's on card, so I'm not going to open her up. And I think I've got another one as well that's also on card back, which I don't really want to open up. So what I'm going to do is get these guys open and display them in front of us and then get them set up. So as always, 2 seconds. Okay, so here are the figures then, and they are out of the packaging and ready to be put into the display. Now, I've got to say, as far as the modal nodes are concerned, what a spindly bunch of mofos those guys are. Absolute nightmare to try and stand up. The instruments are very, very bendy, so you try to get them in your hand, they bend all over the place. For me, I'm Team Black Series when it comes to the modal nodes. I do have the modal nodes in the Black Series form, and I think they're far superior to these guys. Anyhow, the rest of the figures, they're your box standard figures. Obviously, the Bomb Vimdin, the Dr. Evazan, and the Ponda Barber. They are old style figures with the swivel hips, but that's okay. They're just going to be standing there looking pretty. I'm not going to be playing with them. And yeah, so there's that. What I'm going to do now is probably spend hours trying to get these son of a guns to stand up in the display, and then I'll show you what I've done. So once again, 2 seconds, maybe a bit longer. Who knows? See you in a bit. So here are the modal nodes all set up and looking pretty good. They do display well. However, I still do prefer the Black Series versions. So I've got all 7 of them in this little alcove stroke booth here. Giving it the large, giving it some welly. So that's pretty cool. Overall, it does look pretty sparse, but like I say, it will take time to get these figures and stuff like that. So as and when, I'll just add them to the display. So you've got Bomb Vimdin there with Hammerhead having a little chit chat and a drink. And again, another empty booth. But like I say, once I start getting figures added to this, it will start to fill out and look a little bit better. But for the time being, I'm fairly happy with that. Would I have liked to display this all in one? Yes, I would. But that's the good thing about this set being modular. You can display it as and how you like, where you like. So it doesn't have to be one big overall sort of like display, because that would have taken up a fair bit of room. But yeah, so there's the front room display there. So awesome stuff. Let's move into the collection room. So I did decide to display Luke there. Otherwise it would have looked pretty plain and boring. I might get another couple of Jawas just to put in the background. Possibly another R2 and C-3PO to go with him as well. So there's Luke. Not much happening around the front here. Like I say, I need to really sort of like re-evaluate that when the Streets of Mos Eisley playset turns up and see what I can do with that. But up in the main bar itself, again looking pretty sparse, but we've got Dr. Evazan and Ponda Barber there. And then if I move across this side, we have Zutton as well. Not only do I have the playset coming, but I do have another couple of figures coming that I can add to this diorama. Other than that, I'm just going to be going over old ground, saying it's going to be looking sparse for the time being. It is a work in progress. So yeah, look forward to sort of like filling it out as and when. Other than that, that's it for this video. So all I've got left to say is, if you're new to the channel, feel free to comment, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to let you know of more content. And as always, there will be more content. Appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. Very much appreciate your support, your friendship and your generosity. It does mean a hell of a lot. Thank you. Take care, stay safe, and we shall see you in the next video. Bye for now. Righty-ho then, you lucky lot. We've got some bonus footage. So as I was editing this video together, there was a knock on the door and a parcel was delivered. Now, what I'm going to do is something that I don't normally do, and that's open a parcel on the day of delivery. And the reason I'm doing that is because this figure has got something to do with the current cantina that I've been displaying. So once again, I have my trusty signed Stan Lee knife, going to be worth a fortune in the future. So let's crack on and get this open, shall we? I'm very excited for this, I have to say. So yeah, got this for a very, very good price. So let's have a look. Well, he's done a very good job in wrapping it. So let's just get all that out of the way, shall we? He's done an awesome job in wrapping it. Now, I'm not too worried about the card. It's the figure that I'm excited for. So let's get this open. I was giving us a star case as well. What an absolute legend this guy is. So there you go. Look at that. Wuher. Really, really happy about this. So what I'm going to do is take him out of the star case. There you go. Very handy to have these, I've got to say. Out you come then. In your own time. Marvellous. Right, let's just put that to the side. And here we have Wuher. Now, I do have this figure, as we all know, because I've got the cantina, but I don't like opening up my figures when it comes with a Haslab. I like to send them off and get them graded. But yeah, you can't have the cantina without having Wuher. So I thought, why not? And so I did, and got myself another Wuher. Let's just take a look at the card. Awesome image there. Yeah, liking that. Again, as I said in the first video, the green really does make the figure pop there with the sort of like a beigey, creamy colour top and the brown pants and stuff like that. Yeah, Hildebrandt logo, Star Wars font there. Awesome stuff. Spin it round. And again, he is, where is it? Has 007. So yeah, vintage collection logo there as well. So awesome stuff. Yeah, really, really happy about that. So what I'm going to do, get him open and take a look. 2 seconds. And here is Wuher off the card back along with his accessories. And I've got to say, I am really, really impressed with this figure. Wow. But we'll get to him in a second. Let's take a quick look at the accessories. So he comes with a little glass here. There you go. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'll have that on the bar. So yeah, awesome stuff. He comes with a spare hand to hold said glass. So yeah, awesome stuff. Then he comes with his laser rifle, which is pretty cool. And look at that. They've gone to the effort of putting a little bit of colour on there as well. So you've got this brown bit here, which just breaks up the black. And it makes it look so much better. So yeah, happy with that. Pretty cool. But look at this for a figure. Awesome stuff. So there's his noggin. The face only a mother could love. But look at the detail. You've got the chest hair. You've got the grime and rubbish on his shirt and stuff like that. That lived-in look. Absolutely superb. Really liking that a lot. Then you've got the brown pants. Then you've got his boots. The black belt. And there's the back of him. So yeah, awesome stuff. He is going to look absolutely fantastic behind the bar. So that's what I'm going to do now. Get him behind the bar and see the video out. So 2 seconds. And here is Wuher in his rightful place behind the bar. And for me, out of the 5 figures that came with the cantina, I felt it was important to get him and have him loose and behind the bar. Because for me, Wuher is part of the Mos Eisley cantina and he does run the bar. So it just makes sense. So yeah, really, really happy with that. Again, just spin it around the side. There's not much going on. You've got Zutton that side. You've got Dr. Everson and Ponderbarber that side. But like I say, this is going to be a work in progress. It's going to take a little bit of time to get the aliens that I want to complete it. Will I end up getting Greedo, Nabran Leeds and the Tonica Sisters? Who knows? Possibly. I don't know. Depends if they, if I can get them at a decent price like I did with Wuher. If not, then I'll just pass on by. But anyway, that's it really. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of extra footage there. Like I say, the parcel turned up literally not long ago, so I thought, well, let's open it and see if it's Wuher. It was. Really happy with that, and happy days. Anyhow, that's it for this video, so take care, stay safe, and see you in the next one. Bye for now.